It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Space. Always forever. Never ending. Very interesting. But if you look deep enough, you will be scared. For this is Scary Space Facts. That will shock you. Do you like deep silence for an hour? You all know that in space there is nothing. So if there is nothing, then how will sound transmit? So it's a deep silence that our minds will make fake loud noises which will affect us very badly. Also, when deep silence we feel very uncomfortable. Just try yourself. Go into an empty room and see for yourself. Have you ever had a dream to go to space? I know everyone dreams about that, but there's one huge problem. One space suit costs about $12 million. I know, right? So expensive that we have to become a billionaire to achieve this dream. But every dream is possible if you work hard. Now, if that's not scary enough, see this. In 3.75 billion years, the Milky Way and Andromeda galaxies will collide. The Andromeda Galaxy is approaching the Milky Way, where our solar system is, at a rate of around 110 kilometers per second, 68 miles per second, and eventually the two will collide to form a giant elliptical galaxy. There are more stars in the universe than all the grains of sand on Earth. If we combined all the sand on the beaches and deserts in the world, there would still be 10 times more stars in the universe. It is estimated that there are 70 sextillion stars out there. This figure translates to 70 followed by 22 zeros. When you look at a star, what you actually see is how it was in the past. Light takes time to reach Earth. For instance, sunlight takes about 8.5 minutes to reach the Earth's surface. The bright star, Sirius, for example, is roughly 8.6 light years away. That means when you see it in the sky tonight, you are seeing Sirius the way it was 8.6 years ago. Now if you ever go to space and somehow you forget to take your spacesuit and go to space, what will happen? Decompression. When an astronaut suffers decompression, the moisture and oxygen in their body gets ripped out, causing their body to literally swell up and explode in an instant. In 1965, a technician at Houston's Johnson Space Center accidentally detached a hose in his suit while working inside a vacuum chamber. This depressurized his suit and within seconds caused him to pass out. Thankfully, his co-workers were able to save his life in time, though the man later stated he could feel his tongue boil as he passed out and was unable to taste anything for 4 days afterwards. Extended space travel can change your DNA. Not only can long-term space travel affect you physically and mentally, it could also disrupt your DNA. In 2016, astronaut Scott Kelly returned to Earth after a year-long stay on board the ISS. Upon returning, he noticed that he'd grown 2 inches taller than his identical twin, astronaut Mike Kelly. After taking medical exams, scientists were shocked to find that not only did Scott now have different gut bacteria than Mike, but that his DNA was also different from his twin brother. Scientists concluded that the stress from staying in space for too long had caused Scott's cells to essentially rewrite his genetic code. And while he did shrink back to his original height, the changes in his DNA were permanent. So technically, Scott and Mike Kelly are no longer identical twins. In the last stages of their stellar lives, stars that are more than 5 times more massive than the Sun would explode into supernovae. Supernova explosions are caused by either a star collapsing into itself or a white dwarf in a binary system. Some of these big blasts leave black holes too. Now if you want to go to space, you have to hear this terrifying news. Since there is no availability of food and water in space, astronauts must drink 730 liters of recycled sweat and urine to live in space for a year to live in space. Water is a limited resource in space. Because of this, astronauts must resort to recycling their own waste. NASA astronaut Scott Kelly consumed approximately 730 liters of recycled urine and sweat during his year-long mission. Space has attacked Earth and could again. In 1859, a massive geomagnetic storm hit Earth called the Carrington Event. If a similar event happened now, it could knock out our entire power and communication grid instantly. Thank you all for watching my videos. please share to your friends so that they can also get this free share of knowledge. Also, if you are interested in these videos, please subscribe to get to know more secret videos.